So I had a few people ask me about the sprockets on my WR250R, and I run the stock size when I'm on the highway. If I'm going to take a long trip, I'm going to be on the highway most of the day, I'll run the 43 tooth in the rear, which is the one that you see on the left and in the middle. This is the stock steel sprocket, and it's pretty heavy. It's got some rubber on there. I guess that's supposed to reduce vibration, but I went ahead and bought the GYTR aluminum sprocket. It's the same size, but it's the aluminum, much lighter. Now this one has the flat headed bolts. See them on there, just like the ones that came with it. So those you won't need to, with that one you won't need to buy the tapered head. But if you buy a sprocket that's designed to go on a WR250F instead of the R, you'll need to buy the tapered screws that go in here. You can see that it won't work with the flat-headed screws. And this is what it looks like when it's all mounted up. This is a 47 tooth aluminum. This is by RMA. I believe I paid $20 for this sprocket. It's got about 2,000 or 3,000 miles on it. You see it's handled it fairly well. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the 43 tooth because I'm going to be doing some riding on the road over to the highway, over to the coast this weekend, and I don't want to be wound out all the time, so I'm going to take my 47 tooth off and put my 43 tooth rear. So up front, I always run the 13 tooth up front. I know some guys drop to a 12 that want more torque, but you really need to be careful because the chain can actually start to wear down in there. Right up in here, you'll see the chain will start to actually rub. It'll rub through this black guard. It's kind of hard to see right now, but there's a black guard right there. And if you run a 12 tooth up front, this is actually a lot closer to that guard most of the time, and it'll cut completely through, and then you'll see it cut right into the swing arm right there. And last time I checked, the swing arm was about $500. So check that out. If you're running a 12 tooth, you might consider just running a 13 tooth and going with an even bigger back sprocket, like a 50 tooth or something like that. For me, the 47 tooth has plenty of torque on the dirt and the trails, things like that, and then the 43 tooth has plenty of top end when I'm going to go out on the highway most of the day. So between the two of those, I'm pretty happy. I might look at doing a 45 tooth rear, something in the middle between these two, so it'll be a cross of torque and high speed, kind of a combination of both, but we'll see how that goes.